Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A man is shot while allegedly trying to break into a West Side home. What he did as first responders tried to help him has authorities scratching their heads.
And a suspected gunman gets into a shootout with police in the city of Round Rock, and it prompted a shelter-in-place order for neighbors over there. We have the latest details from investigators.
76 degrees at 8 a.m. as we start this Mother's Day. You can see that humidity just like lingering out there. Sarah Spivey will let us know how warm things will get in just a bit.
Good morning. It is 8 o'clock this Sunday, May 8th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us, and happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully everyone's able to stay inside and keep mom nice and cool and pampered, because Sarah, it's going to be pretty brutal.
Woo, it's going to be hot today, Sarah and Max. Yesterday we got a record high of 101. Today it's going to feel like 101 to 107. Outside right now, warm start to the day. We usually see a morning low this time of year in the mid 60s, but it's already in the mid to upper 70s. 76 in San Antonio, 77 in Pleasanton, 76 in Hondo, 77 Eagle Pass. Closer to the metro area at 76 at Port SA, 75 in Converse, 72 in Seguin, 75 in Canyon Lake, 72 in Bernie and in Kerrville. It is Mother's Day. If you're planning on celebrating and if you're just planning on being out and about today, this is a look at how hot it's going to be. We'll be at 79 at 10, but we'll see clearing skies and then temperatures will skyrocket. By noon, we'll be close to 90, and for the afternoon forecast high, 99. Now, yes, that's a couple of degrees cooler than yesterday, but the humidity today is going to stay high. And so this is a look at the forecast heat index values today, anywhere from 100 to 107 around San Antonio. Very hot today and not a ton of relief in the future over the next several days. I'll have a look ahead coming up in a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, an attempted burglary ends with a homeowner firing his weapon. The suspect is now in the hospital. So take a look. This is what we know this morning. It happened on the west side on Wilmot, right off of North General McMullen, around 1:30 this morning. Police on the scene telling us the man heard someone breaking into his home. The man grabbed his gun and shot the suspect. Now, that suspect took off, but he didn't get very far. EMS actually finding him down the street, tried to give him medical attention inside the ambulance. Police say the suspect got angry, jumped out of the ambulance, and tried to take off again. Now, officers finally finding him and taking him to the hospital. At last check, he is in stable condition.
Well, San Antonio voters approved the city's largest ever bond last night.
That's right. It's the election that we've been talking about for a while. It is a $1.2 billion bond. In Bexar County, more than 91,000 votes cast in total. That's about 7.6 of the county's 1.2 million registered voters.
The bond was broken up into 6 propositions, from streets to drainage to parks, even affordable housing. All 6 of those things passed.
All right, Mayor Ron Nirenberg declaring victory before 10 p.m. last night for all 6 of the props, making up again that $1.2 billion bond package. At that point, at 10 o'clock last night, each of the props, A through F, had between about a 60% and 72% approval. Now, Mayor Ron Nirenberg saying that the results showed voters have faith in the city's future and have faith in each other as San Antonians.
We are laser focused on keeping the promise that we all made to each other back when in the height of the last 2 years' challenges, which is that we are not satisfied to going back to the way things were. We want to come back stronger, more equitable, and more resilient as a city, and that's what this vote says.
The city has said that this bond program will not raise the property tax rate.
And now to the 2 state constitutional amendments. The first will impact property taxes for elderly and disabled homeowners. We're talking about Prop 1. The item would reduce the amount of property taxes the elderly and disabled would have to pay to public schools.
All right, so taking a look at the final results, this amendment easily passing more than 80% of the vote. Now, voters in Bexar County voting a similar way as the rest of the people across the Lone Star State. 85% for, only 15% against.
Another constitutional amendment focused on everyone's homestead exemption. This would help property owners on their property taxes.
All right, so this is Prop 2. It would raise that homestead exemption from $25,000 to $40,000. And according to the Texas Tribune, homeowners would save about $176 on average on their property tax bill.
Let's take a look at those results. This amendment also easily passing last night with more than 80% of the vote when compared to Bexar County. Voters in Bexar County were nearly identical to how the state voted.
All right, and so we are obviously covering a lot of election results. Several local school districts putting their own ideas to voters yesterday, but none bigger than Northside ISD's nearly $1 billion proposal.
The $992 million bond was approved by 57% of the voters. Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the elections office. Jonathan, what should people know about this bond?
Good morning, Max and Sarah. That's right. The $992 million bond program was approved by 50% of voters. The school district is saying the bond program will not have a tax increase. However, the bond will pay for upgrading over 20 existing Northside ISD schools, some of which are decades old. The largest part of the proposal allots $645.5 million to be invested in schools such as John Jay, Holmes, and Taft High Schools. And NISD Superintendent Dr. Brian Wood says this bond proposal is urgent because costs are only increasing. This includes upgrades like HVAC units, replacing roofs that don't leak, and replacing floors that have become problematic. The proposal also includes technology, security, transportation, and library upgrades. A total of $45 million is slated for a new elementary school in the Village at West Point area. Wood says this proposal is mostly about giving more opportunities for students in older schools to succeed. Now, right now, over on KSAT.com, we have a complete breakdown of this bond as well as other results from election night. Reporting live outside of the elections office, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Other top stories we're following this morning. A suspected shooter in the Round Rock neighborhood dead this morning after a terrifying situation unfolded just yesterday. Police say a gunshot victim called officers, and when officers arrived to the scene, they say the suspect was wearing body armor, opened fire at the officers with an AK-47 style rifle. Numerous law enforcement agencies responding to the scene, including an armored vehicle. Multiple rounds fired back and forth during this gunfight between police and the suspect. Now, later, that suspect was found in a wooded area dead. Unclear if he was killed in the shootout with police or if he took his own life. We are still waiting to learn the specific details from investigators. All right, well, back here at home in San Antonio, the population in and around the Alamo City is booming, so much so that an advisory committee has created a first draft of a new district map based on the latest census numbers.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is Assistant City Attorney Ileana Castillo-Daly. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Ileana.
You're welcome. Good morning.
All right, so for those who don't know, why should they care about city council redistricting?
Because it's a really just interesting topic. No, but for the real reason is the U.S. Constitution. So one of the most valuable and precious rights we're guaranteed through the U.S. Constitution is the right to representation, right? Many of us went to the polls, whether it was early voting, as you guys previously talked about, or yesterday. That's what it comes down to, right? So that my vote where I am, whether I'm voting here, we're talking about city council, but whether I'm voting for a congressional leader or a state representative, it matters as much as the person living in a different or neighboring district.
So, Ileana, what are the goals of San Antonio's redistricting plan?
So it's a goal, and then it's also something that's another important thing is this is the first time the city of San Antonio has used a citizens advisory committee. So the members of the redistricting advisory committee are all our neighbors, all fellow members of the public here in San Antonio who are doing the map drawing. So in previous cycles, it was done by attorneys like me working with city council or city staff. Here is members of the public, they're doing that map drawing, they're listening to their neighbors, they're taking that into consideration. So the goals defined by these neighbors of ours, well, there's the legal ones, right? So we need to rebalance the population. The city of San Antonio is, yes, booming. We now have approximately 1.43 million people in the city of San Antonio. All that growth over the last decade did not happen proportionally throughout our city. So we got to rebalance it, right? There's a lot of growth. District 8, for example, is the most populated. 1 and 5 need to gain some more population through this process. So it's balancing that, right? That's a very basic legal goal. Another one would be throughout this process, we cannot reduce or diminish the strength of a voice in San Antonio, for example, the Latino vote or the African-American Black vote. We can't do that. Those are another legal principles and goals. But back to our neighbors, right, who are sitting at the table and doing the map drawing. A big goal of theirs has been communities of interest, right, to keep these communities of interest throughout our community intact in these districts. So a big thing they've looked at are neighborhoods. Neighborhoods and other communities of interest, throughout our city, and keeping those intact and listening to them. So those have been very big goals. There's others, but I would say those are the top three.
Now, obviously, population playing a huge role in making these plans. How do you guys anticipate what the future of San Antonio's population going to look like? It seems like we're growing up and out. So do you guys use that to anticipate what the lines will look like?
That's a very good question, and that actually comes up pretty regularly in these meetings. So the advisory committee is bound by the 2020 census data, right? And that's what told us the 1.43 million approximate number, and they have to use that. There was some discussion about planning for the next 10 years, and they can do that to the extent that it still follows the other guidelines that I mentioned, the legal and then the priorities that they have. But it's really about those 2020 census data. And it's not simply about the amount of growth, but where the growth has happened. So if somebody goes and looks at, and I encourage you to go and look at the committee draft plan 1 that we have on SA Speak Up and at some of our local libraries, you will notice that the borders of District 3, for example, have remained essentially the same and untouched. 2 relatively the same, 4 relatively the same, because those grew, but they grew proportionate. 8 changes significantly because a lot of that growth that happened there. So it's not simply the amount of growth, but where the growth happened. And as far as planning, the advisory committee must look at what the data is for 2020. So we recognize that even today we have more people than we did when we started the process, 8-9 months ago, but they have to use that 2020 census data.
Well, Ileana, thank you so much for joining us, especially on Mother's Day. I see some pictures of kiddos behind you, so I hope they pamper you. And for our viewers, we have redistricting meeting dates right now on KSAT.com as well. You can find this full conversation with Ileana later in the morning. Thank you, ma'am.
Time now, just about 8:13, 76 degrees out.
Well, still to come, a big event is helping to reduce the number of stray and unwanted animals in San Antonio, how a local partnership is providing resources where it's needed most.
And it is hot. Yesterday was record-breaking heat. Today, looks like it's going to be just as bad. A reminder of how you can get out of the heat, and we have some tips on how to stay cool.
It's already 76 degrees at 8:13 this morning. All that humidity just hanging around for Mother's Day. Sarah Spivey will have our full forecast when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. So yesterday, record-breaking heat, and today it's going to be hot.
Yeah, round 2. So yesterday's temperatures in San Antonio, heat and today will be around the same. It's why city officials are again opening cooling centers today, so some people have places to go to beat the heat. The county is also opening its 2 cooling centers again for today. Remember, stay in the shade, drink lots of water, don't overdo it, and just head to KSAT.com for a list of all of those cooling center locations.
All right, Sarah Spivey, what can we expect?
Well, like you guys were saying yesterday, we hit record highs. And here's a look at yesterday's high temperature. 101 in San Antonio. That beats the record of 100 yesterday. So very hot. It even got up to 107 Del Rio, 108 Carrizo Springs, 107 in Laredo. Now, the thermometer will technically be a couple of degrees cooler than yesterday, but the humidity is going to stay high all day long. Dew points are very high right now in the 70s. That is a summertime dew point. It is just oppressively humid. And if you were watching the forecast yesterday, I showed this dew point forecast graphic. Yesterday, we got to see the dew points drop down into the 50s in the afternoon, a big drop here. But this afternoon, we are not going to see the drop. It's going to stay humid all day long. And that means dangerous heat index values in the afternoon. Here's a look at your futurecast. We do have some clouds out there right now, but those skies will clear quickly and we'll be looking at total sunshine this afternoon. This is a look at the forecast highs, so not the heat index values yet. We'll get up to 99 in San Antonio, 99 in Seguin, 102 Port SA, 102 Hondo, 98 in Kerrville, 98 in Comfort, 103 in Pleasanton, 102 in Floresville. But this is a look at the forecast heat index values. It could feel up to 104 around San Antonio. 100 in Bernie, 104 in Castroville, 104 in Floresville. In fact, anywhere from 100 to 107, that's what it's going to feel like around the San Antonio metro area today because the humidity is going to stay high. Take a look outside. You can already see the sun starting to peek through the clouds, but the big thing that stands out to me is how humid it is. You can see the humidity there on the horizon, and in fact, visibility is lower in some places because of how humid it is. Port SA visibility is only at about 4 miles. So this is another picture of how humid it is. You know, humidity is invisible, but sometimes when it's high enough, you can actually see some condensation out there, and that's exactly what we're seeing. KSAT 12-hour forecast calls for those clearing skies. By noon, we're going to be at 90 degrees, just about 90 degrees. It's Mother's Day. If you're planning on taking mom out to brunch, know that it's going to be hot. Temperatures before noon will be in the 80s, but afternoon, we're going to be climbing quickly into the 90s and under total sunshine. Winds are going to be from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then we're forecasting a high of 99. Even tonight is going to be very warm. We're not really going to cool down all that much after sunset. Temperatures will still be in the 80s. If we have one thing that could help us out, it is the fact that it is going to be a bit breezy. And so winds will be gusting from the south up to about 25 miles per hour today. So if you can find some shade, at least there will be a breeze from the south at about 25 miles per hour. All right, a bigger picture here on the satellite radar across the nation. Really just some good rains across parts of Minnesota and Iowa, but a ridge of high pressure is settling over Texas, and that's why we're seeing all the rain go up and over. And over the next coming days, this high pressure system is going to settle over the Mississippi River Valley. It's going to keep us dry over the next 7 days. Generally, we have a 10% chance for a stray shower on Tuesday, but this is not going to bring us any kind of soaking May rain that we usually need this time of year in order to survive over the summer as far as rain goes. Otherwise, it's going to be hot every day this week. Temperatures are going to be close to 95 with a heat index near 100. So it is going to feel very hot over the next few days. Coming up, another closer look at what you can expect across the state of Texas in the week ahead. Sarah and Max.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 821, 76 degrees out.
All right, coming up on GMSA, a local organization's effort to decrease the number of stray animals in our city. And it's Mother's Day, and we want to give a shout out to our KSAT moms. This is our director, Jeff, who's directing our show right now. This is his mom, Joanne. She's a big Spurs fan. They have season tickets. She's also a big fan of KSAT.
And next up,
this is Stephen Chavez's mom, one of our phenomenal photographers. He says this is his mom, Gloria, who they're at a Judas Priest concert. She's a cool mom. He also said, my mom left to the Bahamas this weekend without me. So she's living her best life.
She deserves it. Happy Mother's Day to all those amazing moms out there. Good morning and welcome back. A local partnership helping to control the pet and animal population right here in the Alamo City.
They're doing it one snip at a time at an event. Spay, Neuter, Inject, Protect San Antonio, or SNPSA, hosted its 53rd Big Fix event with the help of their partners Animal Care Services. San Antonio Fire Department and HEB, more than 450 pets were spayed and neutered in a single day. Vaccinations and microchipping were also offered at no cost.
All right, event open for people living in certain zip codes identified by Animal Care Services as areas that would benefit from resources coming to them. The goal, reduce the number of animals able to reproduce and cut down on the city's overpopulation. You can read the full article right now, KSAT.com. Time now just about 8:27, 77 degrees out.
Well, coming up on GMSA in our next half hour, as Germany prepares to celebrate its victory over the Nazis, Ukraine citizens are being warned that attacks could worsen. We'll have the latest on the war.
All right, it is Mother's Day, so we are here celebrating some of the mothers of the people working here. This is Tim, one of our top editors. This is his mom, Mary Kay. So happy Mother's Day to Mary Kay.
He says his mom, don't hurt him for putting her picture on TV. This is MJ. This is her mom, Terry Hall. She is a gardener. She lives in San Antonio. And MJ says, I love you, Mom, and you're my best friend.
Good morning and welcome back and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It is Mother's Day, Sunday, May 8th. Happy Mother's Day to all of our moms out there.
Of course. And for anyone who has Mother's Day plans, maybe that's a brunch, head outside, bring water, bring a big hat.
Maybe like have brunch at an AC inside.
Yeah.
Patios are going to be tough this morning, Sarah.
Ooh, not only tough to get into restaurants today, but tough if you're sitting outside because, you know, it is going to be very humid all day long and hot. Take a look outside right now with live cam. You can see the humidity thick in the air out there right now. We're starting off with some clouds, but we'll be quickly seeing some sun. Take a look at the humidity too. Dew points in the upper 60s, low 70s. That is at the top of our humidity scale. And when we take a look at the satellite, there are some areas of clouds, especially west of San Antonio. Plenty of cloud cover there. We're in the 70s. You know, we're much warmer than seasonably average. We usually see a morning low right around 64 this time of year. And as we take a closer view, you can see that these clouds are starting to thin out already around San Antonio. It's 79 at Simpson, 75 in Converse, 76 in New Braunfels, 75 in Rio Medina, and 73 in Kerrville. But this is going to be the coolest part of the day. For your Mother's Day forecast, your Sunday forecast, clearing skies will already be near 90 at noon, 99 for the forecast high today. But here's the kicker. Heat index 101 to 107 because of the high humidity. We will at least have wind gusts of up to about 25 miles per hour from the south. So if you find some shade, there will be a breeze. But coming up, I'll show you just how hot it's going to be not only today, but for the week ahead as well. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Happening tomorrow, Governor Greg Abbott is stopping in San Antonio again to discuss parents' roles in education. Abbott was just in San Antonio last month for a roundtable discussion on law enforcement and safety. Tomorrow, the governor wants to share his plans on how he wants to make sure parents make the final decisions regarding their children. The campaign event is slated to take place tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Pika Pika Plaza Event Center that's on the city's southeast side on Military Drive. Well, San Antonio voters approved the city's largest ever bond last night, $1.2 billion. All
right, there's a lot to break down. Jonathan Cotto joining us live from the elections office with more. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Max. Good morning, Sarah. That bond was broken down into 6 propositions, from streets to drainage to parks and even affordable housing, all 6 passing. Now, Mayor Ron Nirenberg declaring victory last night close to 10 p.m. for those 6 propositions, making up the $1.2 billion bond package. At that point, each of the propositions A through F had between 59.9% and 72.4% approval. Some of the highlights in the bond include $103.5 million for expanding the Greenway Trail system by another 21 miles, $100.5 million to reconstruct failed streets around the city, improvements to 30% of city's parks, including 9 new park properties, and $150 million for affordable housing. Mayor Ron Nirenberg said the results showed voters' faith in the city's future and in each other as San Antonians.
We are laser focused on keeping the promise that we all made to each other back when in the height of the last 2 years' challenges, which is that we are not satisfied to going back to the way things were. We want to come back stronger, more equitable, and more resilient as a city, and that's what this vote says.
Now, the city has said the bond program will not raise the tax property rate. We're going to continue to follow everything that happened on Election Day. We have a complete breakdown of election results posted for you over on KSAT.com. Reporting live outside of the elections office, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Now to the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian leaders are warning that attacks could only worsen leading up to Russia's holiday on Monday that celebrates defeating the Nazis 77 years ago.
President Zelensky urging people to heed air raid warnings. ABC's Karina Mitchell explains.
As Russia gets ready to celebrate Victory Day on Monday, the day Soviet forces defeated Nazi Germany, Russian forces are intensifying their attacks in Ukraine. These images posted by Ukrainian government officials show a school in Luhansk they say was bombed by Russian forces. 90 people were taking shelter there. 30 people were rescued Saturday. Rescue efforts are resuming today. 6 missiles struck the port city of Odessa on Saturday. Ukraine's military command said 4 rockets hit a furniture factory in a residential area. CIA Director William Burns with a warning about Russian President Vladimir Putin's new offensive.
He's in a frame of mind in which he doesn't believe he can afford to lose.
Meantime, the Ukrainians are fighting back. They released dramatic new video they say shows drone strikes destroying a Russian ship in the Black Sea, also pushing the Russians further back from the Kharkiv region in the northeast and south. In Mariupol, Ukrainian officials say all women, children, and elderly civilians have made it out of the Azovstal steel plant. Nearly 6 million people have fled Ukraine since February. First Lady Jill Biden meeting with some of them while in Romania.
Wasn't it heartbreaking, the little girl that said her wish was to be with her daddy, and then another said, my wish is to go home? I mean, you could see it. Those children really have suffered.
Karina Mitchell, ABC News, New York.
The 62-year-old man accused of shooting 29 people in the New York City subway is facing 2 federal charges. According to an indictment, Frank James is facing 1 count of a terrorist attack as well as a firearms charge. If convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. James was arrested on April 13th for the shooting in Brooklyn that left close to 30 people hurt and 10 of those people injured by gunfire.
The man known for the honky-tonk John Travolta appeared in the movie Urban Cowboy has died. Country star Mickey Gilley was 86 years old. As a recording artist, Gilley charted 17 #1 country records over the course of his career. In 1989, he was one of the first major country singers to open up his own theater in Branson, Missouri. That is where he passed away. Now, Gilley is survived by his cousin, the legendary rock and roll piano man Jerry Lee Lewis. All right, so we know today is Mother's Day, and we have so many amazing moms in and around the Alamo City, and so many amazing mothers who work right here at KSAT, and they are highlighting what is so important to them and their families. Oh, look at that. Such an adorable picture.
Myra Arthur with their kiddos. And
Oh,
Courtney.
yeah, Courtney. And you can read all of this right now. Just head to ksat.com. Time now, 8:38, 77 degrees out.
Still to come, a local theater company is offering up a free show and a one-time performance happening at the Botanical Gardens. We'll tell you everything you need to know if you want to attend.
Botanical Gardens like your
I
spot.
love that spot.
All right, speaking of spots, what about staying in a spot? Booking a stay with Marriott could mean, get this, staying at a private home. We're going to explain how this global hotel chain is now taking on Airbnb.
77 degrees at 8:38 this morning. It is a muggy, very warm start to our Mother's Day. Sarah Spivey will have our full Mother's Day forecast when we come back.
Good morning. Coming up on This Week, after that bombshell leak from the Supreme Court showing the justices could be preparing to overturn Roe versus Wade, we'll talk with legal experts and activists from both sides about the abortion rights battle, plus exclusive interviews with Senator Amy Klobuchar and Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, and all the political fallout with our Powerhouse Roundtable. And as the White House sounds the alarm over a fall and winter COVID surge, we'll speak with Dr. Ashish Jha about rising cases throughout the country. It's all coming up on This Week.
Well, the world's largest hotel company is trying to take on Airbnb directly by offering private homes for rentals. So Marriott International has signed up 60,000 properties to add to its 1.5 million hotel rooms. The hotel chain says it created its homes and villas offering to meet the growing demand for short-term rentals. All of its properties come with its guarantees as well as the loyalty rewards program. In many cases, travelers can also receive hotel benefits like access to resort amenities without having to go inside the lobby.
All right, what's next on the Elon Musk chapter? Big plans for Twitter. The entrepreneur and head of Tesla says he wants to boost the social media platform's annual revenue to, get this, $26 billion by the year 2028. It's important to mention that would be a huge jump because the last fiscal year's revenue was only $5 billion, so it'd be more than 5 times. Last year, again, $5 billion, But in the plan, advertising revenue would only fall to 45% of total revenue. That would be down 90% from 2020, and there'd be a projected $12 billion in ad revenue that would combine with another $10 billion from subscriptions in 2028. Remember, Musk closed on the deal to buy Twitter last month for $44 billion. So there you go. All right, speaking of Twitter, Katie Blake and our Sarah Spivey must follows because
thank you.
That's how I get all of my weather information.
Yeah, and it's going to be hot today, so there's some more weather information for you. We are going to be seeing temperatures soar into the upper 90s with heat index values even hotter than that. We started off with complete cloud cover, but take a look out there right now. You can see the blue skies there at the top of your screen as sun is peeking through those clouds. These clouds are temporary and the heat is on. It is 76 degrees outside right now, dew points in the 70s, winds from the south at about 10 miles per hour. That dew point in the 70s, that is very humid. Top of the humidity scale. It's 76 in Hondo, 79 in Pleasanton, 77 in Austin, 76 in New Braunfels, 72 in Rock Springs, 79 in Eagle Pass, and 76 in Del Rio. But this is how hot it's going to be this afternoon. Look at the forecast highs. We'll be at 99 in San Antonio, even hotter off to the west, 103 in Uvalde, 103 in Pleasanton, 106 in Cotulla, and it'll be 99 in Canyon Lake and Kerrville. But the real kicker today is that the humidity is going to stay high. High temperature of 99 in Seguin as we take a closer look at the metro area, 100 in New Braunfels, 102 in Lackland, 100 downtown San Antonio, upper 90s for Bernie and Leon Springs. Like I mentioned, that humidity is going to stay high all day today. Yesterday we had a dip in the humidity. Dew points got down into the 50s in the afternoon. That allowed for us not to have as much of a heat index value, but today that is not going to be the case, staying humid all day for us. So this is a look at what it will actually feel like outside. Feeling like 104 in San Antonio, 105 in New Braunfels, 106 in Hondo, even 111 Cotulla, 112 in Laredo. This is dangerously hot, so please make sure to stay hydrated if you're outside, especially between the hours of 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's the peak heat of the day. Try to find some shade if you can, because in the shade you'll be able to feel the breeze. Winds are expected to be a bit breezy from the south, gusting up to about 25 miles per hour, so thank goodness there will be at least a breeze for us. And we're really not going to see much relief from the heat over the coming days. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast, starting off with clouds now, but temperatures are going to be quickly climbing as soon as we see complete sun closer to noon. By noon, we're going to be at 90 degrees. If you're planning on taking mom out to lunch, this is how hot it's going to be. Temperatures are going to climb into the mid-90s by 2 p.m. Again, winds from the south at about 15 miles per hour. We'll top off at 99 for the high temperature, and it's really not going to get cool tonight either. Temperatures are going to stay elevated in the 80s after sunset, closer to 8. Now, across the nation, it's fairly quiet in the Central Plains, but we do have some good rainfall across parts of Minnesota and Iowa. This is north of this ridge of high pressure, which is sending all of the rain up and over the state of Texas. And this high is going to be moving over the Mississippi in the coming days. So it's going to be keeping us dry in Texas for the next several days. And then as it moves across the Mississippi, it's going to take the heat and spread it across a good portion of the United States. So areas like Chicago, Minneapolis, they're going to be just as warm as San Antonio. And San Antonio is going to be hot, temperatures in the low 90s. Here's the thing, though. These areas are going to be seeing temperatures 25 to 30 degrees warmer than average. Our average high temperature this time of year is 84. So that would be like if we had high temperatures forecast at about 110 degrees. So much of the nation is going to be a lot hotter than average because of that high. That includes San Antonio. San Antonio is going to be looking at high temperatures in the mid 90s. Looks like we're going to be seeing heat index values near 100 degrees.
What do you get when you combine classic theater with a modern touch? Well, San Antonio, you are in for a treat because the Classic Theater of San Antonio is bringing you a new version of a classic play that also brings in the audience.
The show is called Examining Miss Alliance, George Bernard Shaw, the Classic Theater, and Producing Ethically Today. And it is an examination of the way that our patrons and the theater community want to see classic theater produced here in San Antonio.
What excites me most about this show is that the community will have the opportunity to weigh in, give us their thoughts.
We came across some things that just raised some questions, right? The way that minorities were described, definitely the attitudes towards women, and also just some tenets about the life of George Bernard Shaw that made us ask some questions. And theater is all about asking questions, and it's about creating a dialogue, and part of our mission is to create community conversation. I thought, let's use this as a springboard, let's ask the community to join us, let's honor our relationship with the several artists that we have already contracted to be a part of this play, and the San Antonio Botanical Gardens that has been so wonderful all throughout the pandemic and allowing us to produce here. And I was like, let's go ahead and honor all of these relationships and bring something here that might be even more impactful than just a really fun evening at the theater.
We're going to ask some tough questions. We're going to dig deep. Think about, how are you feeling about this whole process of theater? How are you feeling about how our community is evolving?
This performance is completely free, right? It's free on purpose so that everybody can feel like it's accessible, everybody can feel like they can come and have a voice and feel like they're part of what we are doing.
So are you coming? Well, first you need a reservation. We have all the information you need on KSAT.com. I'm Stefania Jimenez for KSAT 12 News.
All right, it's free. There you go. 8:50, 77 degrees out.
Well, earlier on GMSA, we showed you what it's like for those who are in basic military training. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll take a look at the end of that journey to graduation day.
All right, so it is Mother's Day, and we want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there, and of course, some of the amazing moms of the people who work here.
That's Jonathan Cotto's mom, Leticia. They said they took this game at the Mexican national team for a soccer game. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Leticia. And this is Carlo, one of our amazing producers. His mom's name is Yvonne. She is an elementary teacher at Cerna Elementary. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Yvonne.
Well, we just got the pollen count in. Molds are elevated. They're moderate at 590, up from yesterday. We've also got grass and pecan present, but in very low amounts. Here's a look at how hot it's going to be today. This is the forecast heat index value for the day. It'll feel anywhere from 100 to 107 around San Antonio. Please try to limit strenuous activity outdoors. Stay hydrated. Be in the shade as much as you can. And in the week ahead, again, it's going to stay hot in the week ahead. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s, but the humidity will be high, so it'll feel closer to 100. No significant chance for rain except for Tuesday, when a stray shower or storm could be possible. Happy Mother's Day, everyone out there. I want to wish my mother, Debbie, a happy Mother's Day. She is awesome, and I'm really proud to be called her daughter.
And happy Mother's Day to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there, all the viewers who are moms. We've been showcasing some of the amazing moms to some of the people who work here and some of the amazing moms who do work here. So, Mom, happy Mother's Day. Couldn't ask for a better role model.
And this is my mom, Patty, was taking at my wedding in March. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. Thank you for always being there for me and listening to me and keeping my earring collection just at the top of its game.
I love the pictures that pop up and we're all like kind of put on the spot. Like if our moms are watching, like what would you say if that was your mom? So that's fun. So as we have about 30 seconds, are you guys doing anything special today?
I'll call my mom. I'll call my grandmother, and of course I'll try to call my aunt too. My Aunt Shelley's a lot like my mom too.
Aww.
Yeah, I went and surprised my mom on my days off Thursday, Friday, so we already celebrated Mother's Day.
Nice.
All right. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there.